Remember your favorite teacher? Remember their best qualities? What were they?
If it's a class I'm really interested in and they're very, very excited about it, then I'll be like, okay, this person is very, very interested in what I'm interested in too, and we can have a great relationship. And I think I'll be able to actually focus on my classes.
In general, if a teacher's teaching a subject, they ought to be excited about it. If the student is showing enthusiasm, it kind of reflects back well on the teacher, and so the teacher responds well to that.
I feel like they should have some of a relationship with the student. Like, there are a lot of teachers that I have that they just show up and they just teach what they're supposed to teach you, and then they go home. And I forget about those classes. I forget about those teachers.
If that student is excited about something and the teacher kind of like puts them down over and over and over again, that student will either stop trying, or they'll lose enthusiasm for it, or they'll like be ashamed of that, and I think that's really terrible.
Many of your favorite teachers were often so excited that you yourself couldn't help but be excited with them.
Look at the interviews, whether it's a movie star or me or anyone else, and they say what influenced you. Oftentimes they say it was a teacher that took the time to care about me. That's a very common answer for most people.
I think that all students need to be responsible and proactive for their own education, but obviously teachers are where it starts.
And I think it takes that right kind of teacher, as all of us, that can spark a flame and I think get them rallied.
If you didn't have compelling teachers, if you didn't have exciting teachers, if you didn't have teachers that were willing to come in every day and get the students engaged, education can't happen. And a lot of students who don't have that motivation front-loaded, the teacher is the catalyst for that.
Remember when your favorite teacher taught differently than everyone else? When they used various techniques?
Well, I always do what's called an anticipatory set. You do something to start the class off that sparks their excitement. And then I have a rule of thumb that each class I try to have them write a little, speak a little, and hear a little.
I think the primary favorite technique, and this is just something that comes naturally, is just humor. I think that if I can make a student comfortable and if I can make a student laugh, any issues that we're going to have, behavioral or otherwise, those are pretty much wiped out.
The most important thing to get them engaged is to not just rattle on. If I have to rattle on an hour for notes, I vamp up the entertainment.
Remember your favorite teacher. Remember their best qualities. Remember that it was their teaching methods and enthusiasm combined with their information that made you excited to learn.
I'll end on this note. One thing that helps me as a teacher is to constantly keep cleaning up or perfecting the product. It's basically boils down to not compromising. The bad, compromise. And on that note, take care.